Have you ever found yourself making excuses? I'm not strong enough. I don't have the time. I'm not qualified. We've all been there. But in God's eyes, no excuse can stand against His power. When God calls, He doesn't ask if we are ready. He asks if we are willing. Think about Moses. When God called him to lead Israel out of Egypt, Moses responded, "Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh?" Exodus 3:11. He focused on his limitations, his speech, his past, his fears. But God didn't accept his excuses. Instead, He said, "I will be with you." That was all Moses needed. Though it took time for Moses to trust, in the end, he obeyed, and God used him mightily. Then there's Gideon. When called to lead the Israelites into battle, Gideon protested, "My clan is the weakest, and I am the least in my family." Judges 6:15. Yet, God called him a mighty warrior before he even lifted a sword. Gideon's strength wasn't in himself, but in the one who called him. With just 300 men, he defeated an army, proving that victory belongs to God, not human ability. And what about Jeremiah? "I am only a youth," he said, Jeremiah 1:6. But God told him not to say that, for He had appointed him before he was even born. God doesn't look at our age, ability, or past failures. He looks at our hearts and our willingness to obey. Despite facing rejection and suffering, Jeremiah became one of the greatest prophets because his obedience mattered more than his fears. No excuse is valid when following God's call. How many times have we let fear stop us? How often do we tell God, "I can't," when He is saying, "I will go before you"? If we truly believe in God's promises, we have no excuse to remain in fear, doubt, or inaction. Jesus didn't make excuses. He carried the cross, knowing the suffering ahead. Paul, despite persecution, kept preaching. Peter, though he once denied Jesus, later stood boldly and declared the gospel. These ordinary people had every reason to say, "I can't," but they didn't let fear or self-doubt stop them. They surrendered their excuses and chose faith instead. So what's stopping you? Is it fear of failure, rejection, or the belief that you're not good enough? The truth is, none of us are good enough on our own, but through Christ, we are made strong. We are not called to live in comfort. We are called to live in faith. We are meant to be active participants in God's plan. No excuse is big enough to override God's purpose for your life. If you've been waiting for the perfect moment to step out in faith, stop waiting. The time is now. The same God who empowered Moses, Gideon, Jeremiah, and countless others is with you. What is your excuse? More importantly, will you let it hold you back, or will you surrender it to God? No more excuses for fear. No more excuses for doubt. No more excuses for waiting. Step forward in faith. The world is waiting for the light that only you can shine. If you believe God has prepared everything for you, and you're ready to walk in faith, type Amen below and declare that you're letting go of fear and stepping into the purpose He has for your life.